Hello, and welcome back once again to another evening of Natural Wonders. We are back again, episode, oh my god, I've forgotten, 44 this evening, as we crack on with more intergalactic adventures in the Star Wars sandbox that we have created together. As always, it's me, your boy, Lamp Brain, here to host this evening. With my fantastic cast. We are going to go ahead and do our regular round of shout-outs, as we tend to do at the beginning of these episodes. Who the hell put Resident Sleepers in chat? Ban Dirty 20. Ban! But, you know what? Yeah, Dirty 20 Live. Tell us about that, Ewan. Unless you're eating Chinese food, in which I'll move on.
I'm eating a chip from the Chinese food.
Ooh.
So... 30-20 live every Sunday at 4 PM GMT until like the next 2 weeks, and it would be GMT +1.
I need to remember that.
Yeah, we do D&D. I run the main campaign on there with Jay, Mitch, and Sam, who join me in that endeavour. We also run some other tabletop stuff. We're doing an Alien RPG cinematic, which we need to jump back into to do that. And just some other stuff from time to time. So if you like a D&D fantasy version of what we're doing tonight, then make sure to check that out, because it's pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. And you can see the link in chat there. Let's go ahead and click that and drop the follow. It doesn't take long, and I'll wait. All right, fantastic. Sam, go ahead and tell us about your channel, friend.
All right. Sam JKP on YouTube and Twitch. Once again, still playing a lot of Legends Arceus, and I said this yesterday, but we're going to be starting a Torchic solo run of Brilliant Diamond soon. We did one with Sword; it went really well. So hopefully, Brilliant Diamond will go the same. We'll see.
Love that. I don't want to maybe get the scoop in here. Which star are you going for? Is it the Legend of Chicky returning?
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Oh, yes, I'm so excited for that. Chicky is just so legendary. Oh my god.
Well, Arceus is in the game now, so it can actually take down a literal god.
Oh my, yes. Yeah. If you haven't watched any of Sam's YouTube videos, go and watch the Legend of Chicky YouTube video. What's that video called? Mm-hmm. Is it Legend of Chicky? Or is it?
It's called something about. I think it's called "I beat the whole of Pokemon Sword with the Torchic" or something.
Go and watch that, because it's a fucking great video.
I like the Legend of Chicky better, to be honest.
There you go. Maybe that's the new name. Might rename it. Rename it. Re-thumbnail it, and it might just fucking blow up all of a sudden. Fantastic. That's Sam. Jamie, go ahead and tell us about your channel, sir.
JM12_ on Twitch. I'm your boy for your sports content. A lot of Formula One, a lot of Football Manager stuff that goes on over there. More so Formula One now that the season's kicked off. But then, yeah, we've got the Community League that we run. Mitchell's our guest host and commentator on that every Tuesdays at 7 PM UK time, because I don't fuck around with this GMT BST shit. Just type in UK time on Google, you'll get there.
GMT, baby boy. The Painmaster is in the chat. But yeah, that's Jamie's channel. Go check him out. It's good fun. You'll see me there on Tuesdays, and you'll see Jamie there most other days. The Painmaster 98 for Pokemon. Currently shiny hunting God. Literal Pokemon God. So if Dean maybe not even Pokemon God, just actual God. If Dean catches
is he going to catch shiny God?
Maybe. And if he does, then he can could just do what he wants at that point, right? If you catch a God, you become a God. That seems like it would make sense. And if you gain the god's powers, then you can just be like, yo, everyone tier 1 to my channel, and then he'll have like millions of subs.
That's actually not a bad plan. Maybe I should go on that.
Yeah, exactly. I see you in the chat, Animea. Welcome in. Other than that, do you know what? I'll do a shout out for the Paymaster as well. I know he is in the chat. You can just click on his name if you like, but if not, the link is there. Go and check him out. He streams very regularly on his channel, and he's, as we said, Shiny Hunter at the moment. I imagine by God he means Arceus.
No, God.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Whatever God you follow, there's a shiny version of him.
Yep. Sounds good. I thought God was a woman, though.
Could be. Who knows?
Who knows? Fucking no one. And there's the link to my channel if you want. If you want to hang out with me and talk about this campaign, I'd fucking love that. Sorry, I just had to get caffeine in my veins for what's about to happen. Go ahead and check out the Discord as well. That's where you can see all the art references, all of our discussions during the game and after the game, and sometimes we hang out and play Battlefront 2, and who knows, maybe you'll be able to play with us. That seems exciting to me. Without further ado, I think, unless anyone has any crazy, unplanned announcements to make. No? Good. Perfect. Don't catch me off guard. Love that. Let's go ahead and roll that intro!
Cool.
Hello and welcome back. So, last time on Natural Wonders, you attempted to reach out using the Force once again to unlock the secrets held within the Jedi Holocron. Given to you by Jar Jar Binks, who managed to sneak it out of the Jedi Temple during the Jedi Purge. However, the dark side of the Force felt strong, and you were locked away from this relic. You set your mind to preparing for the Hoth job, and headed out into the streets of Thee to grab some environmentally protective gear, some more appropriate clothing for the incredibly freezing, desolate ice planet that you planned to head to. After this, you decide to head to the Lowers to scope up some potential work that could perhaps send you in the correct direction of Hoth. During this, Z picked up some explosives, whilst Kalal ventured to the cantina where the Lowers gets its name. The Lowers. Once inside, he rubbed the locals the wrong way. I nearly said the long way then. Yeah, he rubbed the locals the wrong way with his Corey vibes and was asked to leave. Not being satisfied with this outcome, Kalal dropped his veil slightly and went in for more. We pick up tonight as he stepped outside to calm his crew, hearing a local calling him in the street. And I'm going to bring you guys over to a map as I describe what it is that you see, Kalal.
I just realised I'm not even in roll 20.
That would help. That would help.
Wait, I'm not either. Yeah, I closed mine.
Do I need to remind you to open roll 20 before we start the fucking game?
Should we roll Destiny?
Yeah, I was going to say, should we roll Destiny before?
Hang on, because I am going to describe something first.
Oh,
okay.
Kalal, you hear this voice, this familiar voice of the human gentleman, kind of in workers. He kind of looks like he's had a long day at work. You can see he's got some kind of like debris on his clothing for whatever his respective trade is. He's got kind of like a skinhead with like kind of stubbly hair and a stubbly beard of kind of like a reddish hue, and a very, very like arsehole-ish disposition. As you remember, he did not take kindly to you being there. And you see him standing behind you in the doorway of the cantina as you stepped out into kind of like the dirt-filled streets around you. And behind him, you see walking up an Aqualish gentleman with these two kind of like tusks at the bottom of his face. A Besalisk with 4 beefy-looking arms. A hugely muscular individual, kind of like these scaled ridges on his head. a Chad, similar to Zakian, but much more scruffy and less kept, we'll say. He looks like he needs a shower, and you can smell him from here. He's got like flies buzzing around him. And a Rhodian gentleman of a really, really like kind of like darkish maroon color almost. As the human steps forward, I can't exactly remember his voice, so I'm just going to go with thuggish. First, before he speaks, we will roll Destiny. So you can go ahead and roll that, team.
Destiny.
Not again. Surely not 2 weeks and oh no.
Pick up Destiny.
Oh wow. That'll be me. That's
Sticking the dark theme.
I
Boys.
always.
Turk brings the light side.
Coming through.
Obi-Wan is not here.
Dark theme, everyone. Switch to dark theme.
For fuck's
Switch
sake.
to dark theme.
yeah.
Dark side activate.
Enable dark modes.
How's Took the only one fucking rolling lights on?
Oh, I always, consistently, every week almost.
Kalal, you quickly get that panicked message into the comlink. I believe you just said the lowers. Obviously indicating that you wanted them to come to the cantina. And the rest of you guys hear that. But you also hear in the background of the transmission, "Hey, you! We're not done yet. I don't like your attitude."
I'll stop in my tracks and stand there, still like facing away for a second. And I think there's like a moment of realization about what's just happened. And
Do we have?
take a second to I guess there'll be a second of wait as that happens, as that kind of thought process goes through his mind.
As you're silent for a moment, are you deaf all of a sudden? I think he's afraid. And you hear like a little chuckle from the group.
I'll turn around and look face to face with him. You have my humblest apologies.
The little Chadra fan kind of like scrambles forwards. What happened to his accent?
I do apologize. I'm not sure what came over me.
I think Duggar here ought to teach you a lesson. And he like pats the large like reptilian humanoid with four like arms thicker than your torso almost. He looks huge. He cracks his knuckles.
Your friend looks pretty tough. I simply came here to conduct business, and allowed my frustration to get the better of me. I really would like to avoid any trouble.
You already started the trouble. You think you can talk your way out of this, Corey?
I do not, but I really hope it doesn't come down to anything worse.
Enough words. Give us all your credits and you can walk away. Unless the next words coming out of your mouth are, "Here's all of my credits, I'm sorry," I suggest you think about it.
Are we on the move at this
You guys, it's safe to say that you guys are heading this way as quickly as you can.
Okay.
You could probably spot this happening from like down. This is like in this main kind of like landing. this is like the central hub of the lowers, right? It's not a huge district. You probably can see this going on, but it's like down the other end of this like little strip that you're on. And you're kind of making your way down. You can see Kalal with this group ahead of him, and this you can spot this one very large figure.
I guess I'm gonna kind of be like side-eyeing that area just to see if anyone's coming.
I mean, at this point, we were on comms, right? It was me and you.
No,
you all have each other's comm links.
Yeah. Okay. Bip-Bip's just going to be running at full speed. Just full speed, and are you and this guy like close face to face?
The other human is right in your face. The rest of them are like a little step back.
Okay, Bip-Bip would be running full speed at him.
Yeah, so you can hear now, like down the road, you see Bip-Bip just sprinting. There's enough time for the gentleman to react as he looks to the side and sees this Gungan running at him. He looks a little bit puzzled.
Not stopping.
Head inside now, and I don't think there will be anything worse happening here. I really, really suggest that you go back inside and finish your drinks. My friend doesn't like you.
Mate. Oh, flipping the script. Blue dice.
I don't like you either.
Make a coercion check.
Okay. Oh god, I think that's the one that I don't have anything on. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Because I don't think this is a negotiation. I think this is we're both squaring up to each other and trying to.
Yeah, fair. I feel like it's more of an intimidation, and I guess that's coercion.
I am going to give you a blue dice for the line, though. Honestly,
all right. Thank you. Do I get any black dice on that? I do actually have something for coercion. Black dice.
If you get rid of black dice, you get rid of 2, right? Or is it just 1?
Nope. Get rid of. Let me check.
Per level, isn't it?
It's actually 2. I've got 2 ranks in it.
So you wouldn't be getting 3 black dice here. So it'll be none.
All right.
For the purpose of this check, it is a difficult check though, because you are going up to some people who feel quite confident, and you can see that they feel quite confident. All right, first roll of the night. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. I don't want to risk that now. Okay, so a coercion check, correct? Have you added the blue dice?
I have.
Okay, coercion. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I believe. Believe in the Force, Carlo.
What?
The human gentleman, you can see, like, you notice it now, his hand has reached towards his blaster on his belt. And he looks very tense leading up to this. And he looks again at Bip-Bip charging towards him. And Bip-Bip, you're probably like 10 meters out now. You're getting pretty close. You can hear the discussion going on. And you see the human gentleman kind of, his hand relaxes a little bit off of his blaster down to his leg again. I don't want to see your face around. And as he says that, the Dugger, the, what they call Basilisk, you just see a fist flying your way, coming at you.
Towards me?
Yeah, he's just leaped forward and he's going to try and make an attack against you.
Can Bip-Bip change his course to tackle that one?
You can, but it won't interrupt the attack. You can kind of...
Okay, whoever throws this first hit, that's who Bip-Bip's running to tackle.
Yeah. Let me just find the stat block I had for these guys again, because it's disappeared. Oh no, I was actually on it. I'm just being silly. Let's see.
How do we do that again? So I haven't had to do this in such
I'm going to roll a melee attack.
Okay, I don't have defense on my current armor.
So there'll be no black dice.
So it's just soak I have.
So this guy has melee 2. He has melee 2 and brawn 4. See, anything about this game, transferring it all into the game, into the dice, is a bit confusing sometimes. All right, that'll do. I'm gonna give him 2 yellow, 1 green because he's a big, strong boy with 4 arms. And it's gonna be 2 difficulty because it's engaged range and he's making an attack. As he lunges forward to attack you. Oh my god! Wow.
He crits off there, right?
He immediately crits, and if he was a minion, it wouldn't count as a crit, but he's a rival, so this will count. So
Oh!
He has one punched crit.
Oh! Oh, it rolled
I
twice.
rolled twice. I'm taking the 58. I'm not gonna.
Yes.
Yeah. So 58.
Is this the first time we've been critted on in combat?
No.
Surely not.
I've
Surely.
been crit.
So
Yeah.
Hello. This is an agonizing wound. As he punches you, he just lunges forwards, and one of his fists goes directly into your face, knocking you off kilter, and the second arm on his left side gets you in the gut. It's like 2 simultaneous punches. And it completely sucks all the wind out of you it looked like the situation had calmed down. The kind of main instigator had backed off. But this Duggar guy clearly didn't feel the same. Guts you, and you now, the difficulty of all of your brawn and agility checks will be increased by 1 until the end of this encounter.
Fair enough.
So-
I don't think I ever used
Hopefully,
any
yeah.
of those.
No, for you that won't be too much an issue. But yeah, so you watch as this kind of like double. Oh yeah, what's the damage?
That's a lot of damage.
What was the number?
It's a lot of
58.
damage. Emotional.
Damage.
Oh wow! Just
Emotional.
on roll 20, if you go, I don't know if you've seen this. If you go to the
Oh!
critical injuries, you can type in the critical injury number and then do add critical, and it adds it automatically to your sheet.
Oh, nice.
That is
Wait,
awesome.
so where did
you
he
don't
do
have-
that?
so you just type in the number and it tells you which injury you got.
Yeah, you click add critical and it
That's
adds it
useful. That's
Under
really
the-
useful.
Is that on the critical?
Critical injuries tab, yeah.
in. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
that's awesome.
That is going to be
Yeah,
damage
that's-
5.
Damage 5. Okay, so my padded armor does like take away 4 of that. So I
There you
take
go.
1
That's
wound.
fantastic. So you take 1 wound. It's like you feel like the gut punch. Most of the blow is taken by your armor. But regardless, you are knocked back on your feet and you kind of fall on your ass.
I'm gonna
Bit.
spit up some blood and just like whisper under my breath. Oh, you didn't want to do that.
And Bit, what are you doing as you see this happen? The rest of you guys, are you running as well, or are you just watching Bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm running.
Well, I'm
Okay.
pretty.
I'd say Zakian's
So-
running, but he's like, for every
Not as-
5 foot they take, Zakian's taking 3 foot and
Yeah.
slowly falling behind.
Yeah, like
He'll probably get there and
Please.
turn after initiative.
Please,
he'll get
please
there.
run at the other
Yeah.
Chad. I want to
So
Chad.
you're running up, you're kind of falling behind, but you're trying to keep up as much as you can. Bip, Z, and Took. We'll say Bip, you're slightly ahead because you took off first, and
Yeah.
now this vessel is standing over Kalal, who was on the ground, spits out some blood. Bip, what are you doing?
Full on run and charge into this guy. Punch square
It's
to
like,
the jaw.
Going for
Yeah,
the big punch.
just as he's running, as you know, like a running motion, as the right arm comes forward, it's
it becomes almost like a Superman, like woo.
yeah, like a Superman punch. Yeah.
All right, cool. He kind of turns around unexpectedly, and as your fist is outstretching towards him, he's kind of turning into your hand. Go ahead and roll a melee attack.
It's just
for
a
me.
melee check, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I should probably spec into melee a little bit more, to be honest.
Nah.
Nah.
You have a lightsaber. I mean, like,
Yeah, but I got brass knuckles, bro. When I
that
need to
is
fight
true.
this Melee.
Oh my god, are you using brass knuckles on this guy?
Yeah, I've got brass knuckles on. Yeah, they're always on. They never come
Oh
off.
my
4 sessions
God.
later.
They don't
No,
come
I-
off. That
he
mate,
used
them in
them
the
in the first
backpack.
episode.
They don't- and I haven't used them since because I
Yeah.
missed.
Kind of like Kurnow with a gun.
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
43 episodes
It's a
for you
full
to use
circle.
them
It's a
again.
full circle.
Yeah, it's full circle.
Insane.
Ready?
Yeah,
And
bar.
it was in a bar fight before as well.
Hey.
Yeah, and it was, and I missed. So
that's-
this time,
So this guy kind of like slowly, it's almost like slow motion as you reach out and your hand extends. You hear in like slow motion, like, "You gotta wish you didn't do that" from Kalal, and the fucking knuckles connect on his jaw. And he's a big guy, but he wasn't expecting this, and he turned into it. It kind of rocks him. Blood sprays. You see a tooth fly out into the air. What's the damage?
How do we work out melee damage?
It should say it on the brass knuckles what their damage is.
Well, my brass knuckles damage is 1.
Oh, well, they would do 1 then.
I think it's 1
That's-
plus your.
Is it not
strength.
plus-
Your strength score? Not strength, whatever it is. The
Because
do you
how
roll for your sword?
does his
Brawn.
punch do
He
6 damage?
is a big giant lizard man.
Because what you
Right.
do, you add your brawn onto. So you'll be the same with your brass knuckles. It'll be your brawn plus your.
There you go.
Oh,
brass
my
knuckles.
brawn plus the brass knuckle damage. All right,
Yeah.
so it's 5 damage then.
5 damage, and he's not wearing armor. He's just wearing his fucking work overalls. So there's no soak here. Although you do get some natural soak, I believe, just from having brawn, right? Brawn equals soak.
Yeah, brawn does equal a little bit.
So he actually does have some soak. Yeah. I'm gonna take away 2 because he's not wearing armor. This stat block says that he's wearing armor. So he has 3 soak. So as you zoom across, boom, you catch him on his jaw. He's gonna take 2 damage. And he kind of
That's
stumbles
worth it.
back for a moment as the rest of you guys run up.
Straight brawl! And I'm gonna go in for a
As
punch
you-
as well.
As you say that, we are gonna do an initiative then. Oh my lord. Fuck me. Okay.
How do you do this again? Click your.
So you
this.
click your
Oh, let me-
token
I
on the
want to
map.
drag my dude because I would probably. Where would I come in?
So he's there, you're there, Kalal's there.
Yeah, I'd have flown in there. Okay.
Yeah, Zakin's a little bit behind, like up here. Put you on the map, but you're
Alright,
like.
so I click my dude, and then what do I click and roll? 20.
Which are we rolling?
You guys are prepared for this combat. You're running in, reacting to something that's going on.
Oh, we got to reset there. Reset the thing.
Interesting. All that stuff just arrived for some reason.
Yeah, all old stuff.
Yeah, it took a while to pop up.
Okay, click me, and then
Oh,
cool,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. Oh, my cool is not good.
Oh my god, Bip.
Oh, it's
No,
not.
mine
really?
didn't.
I need to go again.
Mine-
Just reset it.
Yeah, mine hasn't.
You just
added
type
either.
mine in.
What happened? What do you need?
Mine was 0.
Mine and Zakin's didn't add.
Oh,
Because you reset it. Should we just roll again?
you can.
Fuck it. Just roll again.
Question:
Yeah,
you're
I'll
happy to reroll.
I'll just roll it, yeah.
just real quick in hindsight, can I spend XP in the middle of a session?
No,
I did get better.
I'd say not in the middle of combat.
you definitely cannot spend it during play. No, that's something to do between games.
No, I'd
Yeah.
But if,
Yeah,
but
I
if we do,
assumed-
we get to regain all our health right 'cause it's like a level up.
I will say that I would say that you could do it during a rest. I'd allow it during a rest, but you need to let me know.
Okay.
You have to have it
Yeah.
planned so that we're not wasting loads of time, like leveling up.
Yeah, that's fine.
improving.
I just didn't know because I could have
Can we do
spected
it
to
during the
melee.
break?
Yeah, that's what I did before the session. I put 1 into
Yeah,
melee.
I should have thought about it.
I thought if we're having a brawl, I might as well get some.
Yeah, I
spec into
forgot about that. Ah well, I
Okay.
don't need a brawl. I'll
me
just
take a
call something else out.
Screenshot of one of these stat blocks so that I can have both up on the screen at the same time. Perfect. All right. Okay, so the thugs, they are prepared. Which one did you guys roll? Was it cool or vigilant? Cool,
Mhm.
right?
Cool. Yeah, cool.
These guys have. Do they have any skill in that? No, they do not. So I don't know. What does it mean if they've got? Okay, it goes off the stat, doesn't it? The root stat for that skill. And cool is. I always forget this. It's presence or willpower. Do you guys remember which one it is? Can you check on your sheet?
Oh.
I think.
Cool is
No, PR.
whatever I've got 1 in. Yeah, cool is presence.
Presence.
Yeah.
Okay, so they only have 1 green dice on this roll. In fact, actually, this is for Duggar. So Duggar is going to roll 1 green dice to see where his initiation
Smashed up
shit
his face
goes. Oh, the dice didn't do the roll team. Just didn't do anything. Just didn't roll.
Flat nothing. He doesn't move.
There you go. He's a 0-2. So he goes before one of you. And oh, that's low as fugs. I've written that in the wrong one.
We haven't done combat in a while.
No,
We
it's
haven't actually. It's
actually
been
Wow.
so long.
Yeah,
the last
it
one
has
was
been
the
a long
ship
time.
combat. It was the ship combat was the last thing we did, and then
Oh,
before
damn.
that, I
Yeah,
think it was
while
the
ago.
droids.
Bring on the Inquisitor.
Bring on the wall.
We're definitely ready.
And These guys.
Are we?
You know what? They're just also. Oh, no, I'll roll it. I don't want to.
We need another lightsaber. We had 3 at one point.
We did. Now we have 1.
Yeah, you fucks. What'd you get rid of
Alright.
them for?
You literally snapped 1 in half.
So who
Oh,
rolled
well,
3
that's
3?
your problem.
Bip, you're first.
I did.
So
Oh,
you kind of you fling a punch at this guy, catch him a little bit off guard, and then you immediately get ready to go again.
I would, seeing the reaction of what just happened,
Let me just change the scene as well.
and how well that went. I like to think as Bip's done it, he's like run through and punched him and carried on running a little bit. And then now we'll just turn around and run back at him and do it again. But on the other side.
So you've kind of like moved over here.
Yeah,
So
and
your
then he's just going to
maneuver
run
is
back
be
to run
move that
back
way
at him
and
and do it again.
then- okay, so you kind of like poosh, almost like the Flash.
Yeah, like
and then poosh.
yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully,
so you
if
can go
this
ahead
hits.
and roll another melee check.
Sure thing. Please hit.
No, there's no
There's no thing in the.
Yeah, no purple dice.
There's no
yeah,
purple dice.
I was doing something else. Give me a moment.
My bad. I got really excited
it
for a
counts.
second
It
there.
counts. It counts.
Yeah, because that would have been
Roll
a
again,
critical.
sir.
It counts.
Would it have been a crit?
That would have been a critical,
With
yeah.
5 advantage, there's a good chance that would have been a crit.
On
What's the crit? Is it what's on
for
the
fists, for fists
Oh
themselves,
yeah,
they're
4.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4. My brass knuckles is
He's
4.
got brass knuckles though, so it would.
Yeah, so it'd be lower. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Okay.
brass is 4.
Okay, well, roll again. What could have been, huh?
Fucking hell. Alright, well, it's fine, because I'm going to roll 4 advantage now anyway. Shit.
Alright, yeah, it's success
Close
anyway.
So you run back across, punch him again in the face, and
Yeah.
he kind of spits out a little bit of blood, but he looks fine. I mean, he kind of gives himself like a little cracks his knuckles, cracks the other set of knuckles as well.
Pick the biggest fucker here. Should have punched the
Yeah,
chap.
you picked the big boy of this fight. Okay, who rolled 2-4?
Sorry, that was me.
All right, so Kalon, you're kind of on the ground. You spit out the blood. You see Bip has launched into action.
Don't shoot me.
How close am I to this four-armed guy?
There's kind of, we'll say there's you're not engaged just yet. You're in short range.
Okay.
You're not standing neck and neck with him. There's a little bit of a gap between you.
I'm gonna use my maneuver to move a little ways back, like kind of closer towards where Took and Z are in this sort of direction, but not
Yeah.
like really far away out of like earshot. I'm just moving away from the initial like space, and then I'm not really sure what this would be. I guess it's just a skill check. I'm gonna shout out again. We can end this peacefully without any further pain. And I'm just watching like Bip just smash him in the face. Like,
Devin blows the shit out of him.
All right.
so I'm gonna try and I guess I'm trying to
Peacekeep.
I'm trying to negotiate a peaceful end to this encounter, or to try and I guess try and gauge the other people that are further at the back to.
Okay, you can roll a negotiation check.
Okay,
You might not see the effects of it this turn.
that is fair enough.
I'm ready for you, sir.
All right. Just checking if there's anything. I don't think I get the black dice removed on
All right. Well, in that case,
on negotiations. Yeah, no black dice. I'm gonna on negotiation.
checks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Two
there
words.
there will be one black dice because your teammate is in there kicking some ass
course.
right now.
All right, I am ready.
Go for it. All right.
4 yellow.
4 yellow.
4 yellow.
And overall, it's still you didn't roll you rolled 2 success.
Can't believe you rolled a blank on a yellow.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah,
So
that's
unlucky.
painful. That is
Unlucky.
painful.
You don't really catch any reaction from them at all. They kind of seem like their attention is turned towards the Gungan in there, smashing one of their strong boys' faces in. So
Oh.
yeah.
All right, yeah, that'll be me then.
Who's next? 2-1.
I'm nursing my abdomen.
Moi.
Go for it.
So yeah, as I run up, I'm originally training my gun on the big 4-armed guy, but as I see Bip Bip tackle him, I kind of move to the human, and as I kind of like vault over this box with one arm, I'm gonna aim at his knee and fire a bolt with my rifle.
Fucking
Shit.
then.
Okay.
I was waiting for that.
Mind you, a droid would think of what's the best way to handle this. Shoot him. Got it.
Okay, well, I wasn't
Crit!
ready, but I'll allow the roll.
Oh, sorry,
I hadn't done the dice pool yet, but that roll is harder than what it would have been.
Yeah, it would have been
So-
a lot easier.
I'd allow it.
Nice, crit.
Roll a D100.
Hey, man. And I get 30 added onto this as well.
If you roll, is there a crit that's just like insta dead? You killed a man.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
There is. You have to roll quite high though.
you have to roll 100,
Yeah,
but then
I
have
don't
like
think
It's that same one. that
other
Bella's got.
pluses.
56.
Right, okay.
Yeah, 56.
It's all
yeah.
brawn and agility checks, so that's actually really bad for him in the fist fight. What was a fist fight?
Yeah.
He brought a
Was-
fucking rifle to us
was-
this fight.
You shot him with a blaster rifle in the knee, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What damage is that? Damage 10.
Jesus.
It is damage 9
You
on that
blast
one
him.
focus.
You blast him in the knee. And his leg gives way. He falls down to the side, smashes his head on the side of the wall. You hear his neck crack and he dies.
What?
He's dead.
Okay, I was
You
going
watch
to
his
say
eyes
something
roll
to
back in
him,
his
but I
head and he
couldn't.
falls down dead.
We can end this peacefully. Never mind.
As and then
Never mind.
I'm gonna use my movement to walk around, stand over his dead body, look at the others, and just say, apologize. And that'll be my turn. And hold my blaster up, like, at them.
Okay then.
Fuck.
I was gonna tell him to grovel. I kind of wish he survived.
Okay
Oh,
then.
shit.
Who's up next?
That's me. So how tall? You did this thing that Z leaped over. How tall is it?
It's like a crate. It's probably about as tall as you.
So I wouldn't see past it.
You can.
So yeah,
You can hear and.
I'm gonna from running behind. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna get to just past it, and then as I get there is when the guy's just gonna collapse dead, and he's just gonna stop and just be like, and then just I don't even know.
Is there anything you want to do in your turn, or is that it? You get there and you're shot. That's just
Yeah,
okay.
I genuinely think he's just gonna be so shocked, and he's just gonna be like, are we killing these guys?
All right, Duggar's turn. He kind of turns and looks at his now dead friend. Fuck. You're crazy. You're crazy! And he just runs away. He starts running down the road. Disappears around the corner. Who's next? Took.
Well, if it's gonna be this way, it's gonna have to be this way, isn't it? He runs down the street. I don't know if I'd need a strain to get to.
You would need to. Yeah, you would need to double maneuver, we'll say.
I'll double move it over for that. Where is it?
Fucking hell.
Oh, where's my
much remorse?
I do too, but I the thing is the only way.
Technically an accident.
No loose ends. And he takes as he's over it, he takes his pistol out and he turns the corner. He sees him running and he just puts a well placed shot in the back of his head.
Oh my lord, okay, you can totally try. Give me a moment here.
See if it's a
Who
word
would
of
have
mouth.
thought Colonel started all this?
So you can go ahead and go for it.
See how
ready for
well
your
placed
roll.
of a shot it is. Oh no! No, I spoke way too soon.
You take the moment to aim, and he kind of looks over his shoulder as you pull the trigger. He zigzags to the side, and the blaster bolt fires down the hall, down the alleyway ahead of him. It hits into a pipe. This hot jolt of steam blasts out of it, and he kind of gets knocked off balance and slows down a little bit as he's running down this alleyway, just in complete fear. All right. The lowest thugs, these three left, the Rhodian, the Aqualish, and the Chad, they all kind of look at each other. The Rhodian just fucking bolts somewhere deep into the cantina. The Aqualish follows. The Chad, you guys are you're fucking crazy! Get out of here! And it just runs away. They want nothing to do with this. Who's going
They
next?
did it a minute ago.
Top of the round.
Oh, we're back to the start.
So any of you can go first.
Took, you want to deal with your friend?
It's no fun when they run. He's gonna walk back. Actually, he's gonna leave it
Alright,
after he missed.
Okay,
Is
so
it-
you walk back to the front. You see the rest of your party. You don't see these thugs anymore. You probably would have heard them shouting. The little one shouting, "You're crazy!" All right, is that your turn? Your round?
I think so. Everyone's shocked. Everyone's stunned. They were too stunned to speak.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
Oh.
Zakin's just going to walk over to the human that died and check him.
You
for credits.
see his for
And
credits.
anything else.
Fucking duped me there. I was like, oh, one of the party cares about human life. I'll check him for credits.
This is kind of racially motivated.
You paused at the right moment in that sentence.
You pat him down. You check his pockets. You find like 25 loose credits. And
5.
that's about it. He's a fucking just a guy.
He's just some guy.
Is there anything else on him?
You don't find anything else. No, you find a blaster pistol on his hip if you want it. Just a light
You
blaster
found?
pistol.
Does he find a family photo?
Yeah, you find a family photo of him and his loving wife and 2 kids.
Give
Yeah,
it to Z.
I'll put that back in his pocket.
You leave that with him. All right, Zach. Yeah, you find like 25 credits on him. Anything else?
Anyone want a drink? Anyone want a drink?
Yeah. Let's get rid of this body first. I go over to the body and like lift him up like by his arms.
We are still in initiative.
Yeah, I'll.
He's always still initiative.
We are still in initiative.
Okay.
As
That scares me.
As those thoughts cross your mind, you look through the open door of the cantina where there are 40 or 50 angry-looking patrons staring back
Oh.
at you.
Fuck.
This very busy cantina who have just witnessed you murder a regular. And they do not look happy.
Oh dear.
You got them grenades?
Fuck me.
I just bought the entire cantina.
Alright. Who goes next?
I'll go. So Z, like, all of his senses flick around to the rest of the party, and he's just like, technically,
Okay.
that was an accident. And then I'm just gonna like drag the body over against the wall and like prop him up, and like lower my rifle and prop him up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I guess just clocking everyone looking at me. I'll kind of just take a few steps back to kind of join the rest of the group. That'll be good then.
You just kind of back up, you pick the dead body up, prop it up like a fucking doll, and just back away awkwardly.
Such a droid.
It was an accident. I shot him in the knee.
And your blaster does 10 damage. He had 3 soak and 6 wounds.
But we only meant
does
to
9
maim,
damage,
not
sorry.
kill.
It does 9 damage. He has 3 soak and 6 wounds. So it perfectly was enough to kill him.
Bobby didn't mean to kill.
Then why didn't you use stun?
You critted as well. You critted.
I know.
Oh my lord! All right, who's next? Who's next? Who hasn't won
Sure.
This round.
Sure. I haven't.
What do you want to do?
Oh well. I take it you can't really have conversations in combat, can you?
You can use your action to say something, but you won't necessarily get the reaction on this turn. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you want there to be an outcome to what you say, like intimidation or a coercion.
No, it would be an outcome from Took.
If it's just
an
a quick
answer.
aside thing, I'll allow it because it's just like
Okay, it would be a quick question of. You so want me to deal with those eyes in there, Captain?
I think we've done enough. I think we should just leave.
Okay. What do you do, Bit?
In that case, are the cantina doors, are they
They are open in front of
are
you.
they slidey open doors?
It's kind of like one of those you know, like in the Mandalorian, the circular one.
Yeah. Is there anyone in the street?
The street, there are little groups of people dotted
Just,
around
just
whose
watching
attention
what's happening.
is drawn towards you, and they all look similarly like angry and some afraid. It's a bit of a mixed bag.
Okay. Can I discreetly, per se, force close the door shut so we can leave?
You would need to roll skullduggery if you want to do it sleight of hand.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay.
This could be funny.
I'm good. I mean, you have a lot of people watching the group right now, so I am going to make
Yep.
it a difficult check. I won't add a black dice because you know the eyes seem to be mostly drawn to Z, the scary assassin droid.
Yeah.
Just met someone in
Yeah,
the street.
to be fair,
Tight
like,
glove as well.
So
It was pretty much in cold blood.
effectively, I just want to try and do it like hand under cloak, like try and
just a little
close the
like,
door.
Yeah. Okay,
But
you can
if
certainly
I
try.
fail, I imagine Bip under his cloak is like.
You can go ahead and try, sir. Roll
Right,
a
what do you want?
skull-
Skullduggery?
skullduggery.
Oh,
Yes.
So discreetly enough,
poor bits.
you wait for a moment. You spot now as you're looking the bartender, the kind of well-built human gentleman with like the stubble and the short brown hair. He just looks fucking fuming, and he walks out from around the bar and starts to head in your direction. Kalar, this is the gentleman who you had interacted with, and as he walks towards you and is looking at Z, you just give it a little whoosh under your cloak, and the door whoosh, and as it's closing, you see it beginning to like rotate and close into that, and that, it's kind of like the Looney Tunes, like you see him like
Like a
hey,
camera shutter.
hey, yeah, hey, wait, and then the door closes.
We should leave.
Agreed.
We should go off planet.
Come on. We'll talk about this on the ship.
Okay, so you start walking, running. What is your plan?
Risk
You can hear,
Brisk.
you can-
Yeah, I was to say brisk walk.
as the door closes, you can hear people inside start like the uproar begins as people begin having loud conversations. And you begin walking away like fast, yeah?
Yeah, briskly, yeah.
Moving through the streets, you see all these groups of people now who before were doing their own shady dealings all on their own in their own little groups. They all are just staring at you as you leave. It's like everyone in the lowers knows what's happened already somehow. And you hear behind you in the street the bartender come out. Hey! What's up?
Can I use bad motivator to try and make the door not open again?
You can totally fucking try. That is it a hard mechanics check?
Hard mechanics check.
Go for it. That's once per session.
Yeah.
All right.
Haven't used it for a
The
while.
dice are prepped.
Is it once per session whether it succeeds or not?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh,
Easy.
As you're briskly walking away, oh my god, that is so clutch. That is so clutch. You hear like as the door is continuously being attempted to open, but it just doesn't seem to jam. And you start hearing banging on the other side of like dozens of fists of angry people. You hear the uproar on the inside, and the rest of the townsfolk just kind of eyeing you up and down as you leave. And you hear like the mumbles. You can feel the tension in the air. It's like everyone wants you gone. You head.
It's alright, because we're leaving.
You head towards the shuttles.
yeah, towards the shuttles, yeah.
Okay. Make your way over towards the cliffside for the shuttles back towards upper feed. Just in time as one is preparing to depart. You guys bundle on. And even on here, you can see the uncomfortability of the half a dozen or so other passengers. They all kind of crowd to one other side of this shuttle away from you. But the shuttle ascends.
How do they already know?
Yeah, it feels like they know.
It was pretty fucking loud, the bullet he shot.
It's an uncomfortable 10 or so minutes. As they don't talk much.
Bip is just gonna... Just hood up, head down.
You arrive on the surface once again. In the streets of Feed, where it seems like nothing's happened. Things seem completely normal. The people going about their lives.
Are we going to talk about that?
Maybe we should save it for the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head your way through the streets. It's not super long journey towards the docking bay, and you head into the main spaceport and up onto the safety of the crate. Just close the ramp behind you. You hear the city sounds fade out as you're alone in your ship. The now quiet crate fan.
Well, safe to
We
say.
head straight off?
Well, no, we've got Desi still. It's the whole point we're still here.
Desi's coming with us.
Oh, I forgot to mention that in the recap. Desi's
Ah,
on board.
yeah.
Desi's all good
Oh.
on board.
We can leave then, yeah. Yeah, I think we've outstayed our welcome.
I think, yeah, Z's gonna head like straight to the cockpit and start preparing to take off.
Alright, you prepare the ship for takeoff. You commence all your valid sequences. Zakian, are you doing that as well? Yeah. So the pair of you guys know what you're doing right now. This is a routine for you.
We going straight to Hoth. We are, right?
You begin.
What's the plan?
You begin implementing all of the takeoff sequences, and you pay the relevant 50 credit fee for your stay here on Feed. The ship takes off. You head up. You join that kind of like traffic line of all the shuttles that come and go from here, and eventually you're out in open space again, out of the atmosphere of Naboo.
So why did you shoot him?
I shot him in the knee. Technically, I didn't kill him. The wall did.
You still shot at him. We just started off as a fist fight.
Have you never had a fight in a canteen before?
The first fight we had was in a canteen.
I've
And
never
we
had
did
a fight
kill
with
them.
you in a canteen.
No, because you're a little stowaway
Right.
on our ship.
Technically it was, I can't remember his name ship.
It was not Trex's ship. It's always been my ship. Just keeping it warm for me. But anyway, you know, we've killed plenty of people. It's no different. This time it was just on accident.
From my perspective, maybe it was bound to happen. The man couldn't survive a shot to the knee.
You did him a favor. Anyway, now that'll teach him.
Is your body's dead?
He is dead.
That'll teach him all, you know.
And that's the lesson when you're dead.
Well, he won't learn the lesson, but the rest will be made an example of.
Well, I just hope Bip Bip doesn't plan to go home anytime soon.
Yeah, well, you sort of fucked that up for me, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. Misa not really part of the lowers anyway. Misa not well known or any of, you know. The lowers stick to the lowers. It's not often that they stay up. It's not often that the people that live up top go down, so we're so good if we ever need to return, as long as we don't go back to the lowers. There goes your swoop racing.
It's not the only
Thank
place.
you.
Yeah. Plenty of places to swoop race. But yeah, we're not going a half an hour, right? We got another quite a few rotations until the job.
We thought it would be best to go to Hof to find out any information we can on this job. We know nothing.
You currently have 13 cycles.
Yeah.
So go to Hof, see what's what, speak to the other rebels that are there. Because we know nothing of what we are about to do. The rebels on Hof might even know things about the train.
No, we know who knows things about the train. Hondo and Asmorigan. In their eyes, we're still doing the job for them.
They're not?
Hmm?
Are we not doing the job?
We're
Yeah, right?
We're not doing the job for them, though, are we?
Is it doing it for us? He's
Yeah,
confused.
I see. So his terrible breath and pervy little lizard eyes didn't burn in on your brain like they have mine. Don't remember? Black Suns? Oh, you were fucked, that's why. You were absolutely fucked up. Yeah, because that makes sense.
You submit me to the spice!
I remember my first time.
Oh, no wonder I don't remember shit of that day.
Yeah.
Oh, so what are we doing? What are we doing this for?
Zoram.
Oh, the Wookiee bitch.
Oh, the one who made Wookiees his bit. Yeah, sure.
The Wookiee bitch.
So what? I mean, we still need to be successful in this job at least. So, I mean...
Yeah, we need to be successful or it won't be our last job.
Any knowledge we can gain on Hoth would be good. Then we have this whole rebels thing. We need to speak to the other leader of the rebels or whatever they are. If they're split into two. We still got a lot on.
I say we go to Hondo and we Do not tell him about the Black Suns. Because we want as much information out of him as possible.
Okay. Why so we find Hondo? Can't you just contact him?
No. He didn't give me his comms, and quite frankly, not really someone's comms you, should have. He's not a very profitable man. He just ends up sucking you all the credits out of you. So I'm kind of glad that we're taking this money from him.
Okay, so where's Louisa going?
That's a good question. I say we just go to Hoff.
That's what Misa was saying.
Yeah, I wasn't disagreeing with you.
Oh, fuck it, Z, take us off.
Like at this point, I've already like plotted in Hoff.
Misa thought
and,
you was trying to say we should go somewhere else before Hoff.
Yeah, I was saying that, and then I realized, you know what, never mind.
You should give me more spice, or have you taken some? What is going on?
I had some in the show.
Of course you did.
Alright. You see Z and Zatkin as Z inputs all the correct information about the Hoth system, which you know about this. You can find it on the astrogation charts. You see this small, it's quite a small planet. It's a one planet system, I believe. I'm going to say it is. And that's my canon. Fuck you, Star Wars. You input the correct details, and before you know it, you feel the ship come alive with this vibration, and you are prepared to jump to hyperspace once again, if you wish. With what I believe is a fully supplied ship. You punch it, and you watch, as familiar as anything to you guys now, the light before you stretches as the stars become lines in the sky, and you are now in hyperspace. You predict that this will be, I believe this was a 4-day journey, but
It was fairly quick. I remember.
if anyone
it was quicker than I
has
was
the map
expecting.
open, feel free to let me know, but I do have it now, actually. So I can find it.
Yeah, I feel like it was 4 or 5, I believe.
I want to
Yeah,
say
I was
4.
thinking 4 or 5.
There's Hoth, there's Naboo, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also,
5.
FYI, we no, don't worry, don't listen to me.
It will be 5 days travel. So you will follow a minor hyperspace route down south. At which point you merge onto a major hyperspace route. But your ship's navigation seems to indicate that you can either follow that round for a little ways and then head off south on another minor route, or you can go into uncharted space. It might be slightly quicker, but it's your choice.
I guess we've got time. We'll just take the
Three,
minor route, right?
4,
Go safe.
1.
Yeah,
2.
we'll go better.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, we've got tons of time.
1. So you will head south for just over a day, where you will arrive at the Toc de Nocturna. Wait, is this the Spanish version of the map?
It could be, yeah.
That sounds like it.
No, it's not, because Coruscant just says Coruscant, and all the other
Yeah,
planets are
but
spelled normal.
I feel like Coruscant in Spanish would probably also be Coruscant.
No, all of the... Oh, no, this is definitely... Yeah, this is the Spanish map.
I wonder what jizz is in Spanish.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's
going to find
definitely
out.
jizz. Hold on, I'll Google convert. Hold on. Jizz in Spanish.
You gotta Google Translate.
Demon.
jizz.
How are we on this
Seaman!
tangent?
El Siman.
Seaman. Jizz in English and Spanish. Seaman. Do you like
El-
seaman?
El Siman.
What
like
was the
Seaman.
planet name that was Spanish?
I found it. I'm on the right map now. Give me a sec. So you will head south from Naboo to Darknell. You will head along the major space route to Eriadu, and then you will follow another route south until you arrive in the Hoth system.
El Seaman.
Why are we talking about that?
Who's your favorite El Siman?
They said what does jizz
So-
translate to in Spanish? And it's
So
just literally
the
seaman.
route you'll be taking is the Hydian Way, and you will very briefly touch on the Corellian trade spine. But with your kind of levels of knowledge, you know that a brief trip on a Corellian linked route shouldn't be too dangerous. There will be like Imperial patrols and things, but you know, you're out in the Outer Rims, even pushing. Yeah, this is out in the Outer Rim territories, so the level of Imperial presence will be reduced. So yeah, you head out on this, what will be a 5-day journey. The first day in hyperspace goes by without an issue. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I want to find the R4 droid.
The R4 droid, yeah, you find it just kind of idle in the not in the cockpit, the just the cargo bay.
I'll walk up to him. If he doesn't react, give him a little tap on the head. I wanted to ask, you said you had information that needs to go to Hearth.
You get the reply that kind of indicates, I have no idea what you're talking about.
When we first activated you, that was what you said.
I don't remember that.
Okay, I literally just wanted to check. My mistake must have been a different R4 droid. And I'll just back out.
Whoa! You had more?
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore him. I know what I've done. I know what I've done. I just literally wanted to check. That's
Just the probe for the info.
Yeah, just leave him.
All right.
Oh.
Sure. So that takes place during some point on the first day of the journey.
You fucking
There was a whole thing that went on there that no one else realised.
No, I noticed,
Jay had
but I
a
wasn't.
septum and I was staring.
It was like a ring in his nose or something.
Oh, there's something in the air tonight
Yeah.
in this session, I tell you.
Spicy.
Oh my lord.
What is that?
It's a ring. Sorry.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that anyone would like to do on the first day of travel?
Wow, I'd like to go see Desi. Is Desi operational?
Oh yeah, let me add a token back on the map for Desi. Can I get
Just
for Des?
Desi hype.
Just
Desi
FYI
hype.
for you, Turk. Like Desi has agreed to help us with this job, basically,
Where is
and then
Desi?
he
Fuck
said that they can do
yeah.
what they want.
I swear
Hell
I had
yeah.
a
Like,
token for Desi.
Because I reactivated them, they've said
I
they'll
love-
help with this job.
I love Desi.
I can't find my Desi token. I swear I had a Desi token.
Yeah, I thought you had a Desi token too.
I love what you've done with the galley.
This is an X. We didn't even get that
Wait,
finished.
he
did we?
has? Oh. No, because some dickhead chased the engineer. Don't know who did that.
I'm not gonna add a token for Desi for now because I
It
can't
was
find the one I had.
Zakian, right? Zakian chased
Yeah,
away the
yeah,
engineer.
yeah.
Unless it's on the Florin
Yeah,
map.
it's Zakian.
Yeah, it was definitely Zakian.
Yeah, what a dickhead.
Florin outpost maybe. Nope, can't find it. Storage layer. Yeah, there they are. Our favorite droid NPC. Currently
Definitely
residing
not
in a
R5,
cupboard.
you know that. Oh, he's a big boy. Oh, no, never mind.
All right, yeah. So Took, you would know, you were present for the conversation that Desi has agreed to help you guys out as a return the debt of being repaired and paid for, their repairs being paid for by Z, and that they are currently residing in the little storage cupboard where Z goes and hides sometimes.
For no reason.
My bedroom, alright?
It's where Z kind of rests and does Z things.
Ugh.
I just watch from the cupboard.
You don't want to know about the Les Sermons.
Yes.
Superman pajamas folded up neatly.
Yeah, you find a Superman costume in there.
So Took, did you
Yeah,
still want to talk to them or?
Yeah, I'll go talk to him. Yeah.
As you open the door, they're kind of just standing there idle. Oh. Hello, Took, Captain.
Ah, Desi. You don't mind if I call you Desi, right?
That is my designation. Given to me by you, I believe, Captain.
Oh, you're gonna bring a tear to my eye. Did you just say
One
Yes.
thing you notice is that all of the CIS/Trade Federation markings that were on Desi are now gone, and they are just like a Durasteel kind of like greyish blue color. They have no more markings on them.
Got rid of all them markings. You know what? I thought they would have kept them.
The Gungan who prepared me removed them. I am no longer a member of the droid army, so it is a logical decision.
Thought they would have been kept on for some kind of like keepsake.
I think it would scare the locals.
Yeah. Yeah, it had that kind of effect.
Painful memories on Naboo.
So what's your plan after we finish this job?
This is the ultimate question. I have never been an independent unit before. I do not know. For now, I feel obliged to repay my debts towards the crew. Z took a chance with me. I will repay that.
Well, you have a place on this ship. Just
I
to let you
appreciate
know.
it, Captain. I assure you I will be very useful.
I'm sure you will. Just a piece of free advice when you, or if you decide to leave, stay clear of Tatooine.
Understood.
If you need anything, I'll be doing captain things.
I'll be here, analyzing my potential pathways.
I knew someone who used to look a little bit like you. Quite a droid. But I think they were modeled after you.
That is curious.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
they were organic.
Yeah. One of them cyborgs, you know, started altering their body. And they had some kind of connection. I didn't really listen to them too much because they went on a little, but they had some stake in your particular unit.
Interesting. Perhaps your paths will cross again one day.
I hope not. But yeah, you're probably right. It's coming.
Captain.
Does he?
Just to go back to the the lounge area.
The doors just kind of slide closed again.
What do you mean, some kind of scooters? Did I
Stay
say
clear
some
of
kind of-
Tatooine. Stay clear of Tatooine. There's scooter cyborgs there.
Oh, the scooter cyborgs! That's what you meant.
Okay, so as you return to the cargo bay and you're kind of like, I'm assuming you go, did you say cockpit, sorry?
No, I think I'll go to the lounge.
Yeah, like the lounge area with the table, and you kind of find your place. Kalal, in the med bay, is there anything in particular that you wish to have done?
Pardon, Katie.
That's fine. How fucking dare she?
How dare you? Anyway, yeah, I think having like slipped away, going back to the med bay, I would have gone to the door and seen like, is there a simple way of locking it?
Yeah, once you're on the inside, like there's a fairly easy locking mechanism to every door in the ship.
I would immediately slap that locking mechanism and would just be shaking with so many different emotions. Anger, frustration, fear, many different targets, and just walk up to like the closest thing and just take it and throw it across the room at the other wall. And then just seeing that, walk over to something else and just kick it over, maybe the chair, just kick over the chair. And as that clatters to the ground, just stand there, listening to the heat of my breath. And I'm assuming there's like some kind of like a sink area, maybe with like a mirror or something. I'd immediately like run, like maybe not run, but walk briskly over there with that same energy and just grip onto the sides, staring at myself, and then just punch the glass.
Okay. You raise your fist to go to punch the mirror. As you fling it forwards, you notice your reflection shimmer, shift. And you see a younger version of yourself staring back at you, and it kind of stops your self in motion. As you kind of blink, you're no longer on the crate fan. And we will come back to that after the break.
I'm not okay with this.
So we're going to take a quick 10 minutes and we will be back. See you soon.
10 minutes.
Back now.
Back now. Hello. Back now.
Victorious.
Welcome to the second half of tonight's episode.
Back now, back now.
First half, murder, drama.
Fucking murder, alright.
Second half.
We
murder,
found ourselves
drama.
back on board the Crate Fang as the crew discussed their next steps. They split off and prepared. They made the jump to hyperspace to head towards the icy planet of Hoth on the eve of the first night's travel. Kalal, you find yourself in the medbay in a somewhat confused and disoriented panic about everything that has gone on in the past day. This anger overcomes you, and as you go to thrust your fist through the mirror, you see a reflection of yourself as a child staring back at you. And it stops you in your tracks. You just can't bring yourself to hit the mirror. You blink, and all of a sudden you are no longer standing aboard the Crate Fang. It's chaos around you. You see armored clones in white and red armor running in groups to help the civilians. All around you, the sky above is on fire as you watch a galactic star cruiser defend the capital against the Trade Federation fleet. Somewhere up in that battle, though, you know the Jedi are fighting alongside the clones to keep you safe. You feel that glimmer of hope inside of you. Things are going to be right. The Jedi always save the day. Then a larger explosion, as it completely illuminates the night sky around you. You hear all the panic around you stop as everything goes silent for a moment, and you see in the sky above you the large capital ship of the Trade Federation fleet splits into two ginormous chunks. They begin descending and crashing into the planet. Descending towards the planet's surface, superheating as they break into the atmosphere. The impact is cataclysmic. Luckily, you're far enough away to be unscathed, but you feel a gust of wind and debris scatter past your face. You've never felt this afraid. The fear is so intense you cannot move, you just stare as you snap back to the medbay. Still, with your fist up, facing the mirror, looking back at you now. A familiar. Your normal appearance.
I'm gonna bring my fist down. I'm gonna lean forward and put my forehead against the mirror and press it hard. And tears just begin to stream down his cheeks, hot.
Yeah, and the mirror is cold as it presses against you. Is there anything else?
I think. And that's it.
All right. The first day of travel passes by. Day 2. You can all take a rest, regain any strain that you may have expended, and restore 1 wound. The second day of travel. Is there anything in particular that anyone would like to do aboard the crate fan. As things, for the most part, seem to be passing by without problem. Your ship is chugging along. You hear the engines just, that steady hum that you always hear.
Am I alone in the cockpit?
There would probably be a moment when you are alone at some point.
Yeah, at that moment, Zakian, I'm assuming the ship's on autopilot.
Yeah, when you're in hyperspace, it kind of just does its thing. It just needs someone to be there monitoring it in case the computer breaks down.
Yeah.
But it's usually fine.
Yeah, when Zakian's alone, he's gonna attempt. He hasn't done it for a while. He's gonna attempt to meditate alone with his thoughts after just leaving his family, knowing his family's safe now. I'm just gonna try and
All right.
give it another go.
Roll a. What have we been rolling for this? Was it vigilance? Was it
Yeah, it's vigilance. I believe, yes.
I think that's what we've been rolling. Let me just double check. I thought it's charm, coercion, computers, cool, coordination, deception, discipline. I think it was discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah, discipline.
Okay.
As you try to sort of focus your mind, I am actually going to give you a blue dice because you feel this kind of like calming. There's something calming about knowing your family is safe, and you haven't got that looming over you now. However, I am also going to give you a black dice due to the recent events of what happened and causing you to leave the planet of Naboo, clouding your mind.
It's just swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
All right, I am ready for your roll. You do seem to find this meditative calmness. As you sit in the cockpit, close your eyes, deep breaths. You follow all the tips and tricks that Bip has given you in the past, like focus on the engine, try to get that kind of Zen mindset, and like you feel calm, but nothing like special's happening. It's kind of sitting here.
Right, he just leaves it.
All right. There's nothing else. Day 2. The rest of the day goes by without trouble. The third day. Somewhere around halfway through the day's travel, Zakian and Z, you are piloting, keeping an eye on the ship, just making sure that nothing goes wrong. We're just having some random conversation. Your long-range comm system triggers.
Oh,
I really need to change
no.
that ringtone.
Unfortunately, it only currently has one setting. I'm gonna answer
I'm
it.
not paying 99 credits for a new one.
You answer it, you say? Okay.
Yeah.
Pick up the long-range comm. Oh, I don't have my voice mod ready. Never mind. Give me just a moment. This one seems a little... You hear a voice, a familiar voice coming through. Is this the Kreitfang that I'm talking to?
Unfortunately, it is, yes.
You hear the voice of Hondo Onaka, if it wasn't clear. I have more details about the job. Are you still available for some heisting?
Of course, as ready as always. Would you like me to get the rest of the crew?
Where are you located now?
Where are we located?
You're like, at this point during the journey, you will be on the, can't remember the name of the hyperspace lane, but you'll be on the red hyperspace lane.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have swapped over.
We are a 2-day journey from Path.
Good. We can meet when you arrive. I am in the system. The train,
Whereabouts
it's
in the system?
I can meet you when you arrive. I will notice you here. The train. 13 cycles, my friends. We have not much time. We must work fast and assemble the crew.
Wouldn't it be like 11 now?
You are right. It would be 11 now. Time be faster in game than real life. The train, it is in 11 cycles. Sorry, I got my calendar mixed up. But I'm glad you are en route. I will speak to you soon, yes?
We will speak to you in 2 days.
Make sure you inform the captain.
I'm gonna, as he says,
Is that a
inform the captain. I'm gonna end the joke. End the joke. Fuck. End the call.
You just, yeah, as he's like, just cuts out.
Yeah, he really thinks he's funny, doesn't he? I hate that man.
I was about to say the same thing. He is intolerable at best. And I'm gonna call on the Tannoy for Took and I guess anyone to come to the cockpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Took would come.
Does everyone go?
I think Bip-Bip's talking to his fiance.
I was sorry. Bip
has a fiance?
Shut up, mate. The stories to tell you.
When he was in Jedi school.
Met him in the lowers. Bip would be in the crew quarters.
Okay, are you gonna join? Are you gonna, or you hear this announcement from Z saying like, "Come to the cockpit, everyone."
Exactly like that.
He uses like a weird English guy's voice for some reason.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He would go to the cockpit.
Okay, so you all gather.
We had a call from our old friend Hondo. He wants to meet us on Hearth.
You called me all the way here from the bog to tell me that shit's staying cold. I knew it'd cool.
Well, my issue is that if he is on planet, it will become increasingly difficult to scam him.
Well, he's not going to be on the job with us, that's for sure. All it is, we withhold the cargo. We get the information we need from him about cargo details, security details, if he knows. If not, we'll have to do legwork ourselves. Should be a piece of maroons slice.
I don't know what that is.
You wouldn't. You don't eat.
Astute observation as always, Took.
Thanks. I think that's a compliment.
I just thought it would be wise to warn you that we are going to be interacting with him in approximately 2 days.
Yeah, I've been mentally preparing myself. And physically, and other ways. We just gotta make sure it doesn't get a whiff of what we're doing.
It will, as I said, be increasingly difficult with him on planet. I assume he will be liaising with the rebels as well, and we do not want to damage our relationship with them just yet.
We have to think of some way of explaining it to him. Some fabrication of some sort.
We could blame Desi.
Come again?
It was a joke. I need to get better at stating that.
Yeah, your tone is it's all one tone. Fresh out of ideas, really. Can't blame the Huts.
Would it be so bad if we just said we're not doing the job for him? What can he do? He's a small man.
You see, if we tell him that, he'll just hire some other people to do the job. And then we have to kill them.
We're better than any crew he could hire in such a short time, too. You think he could get the men?
Any crew that he hires will just be another obstacle.
The problem is they potentially could be rebellion. We'd end up having to kill at least some rebel sympathizers, which, you know, I don't care.
Do we know what he wants from the train?
Yeah, the same equipment.
He never said.
He never said no, but it's. I think it must be the same equipment. Well, we might get lucky. It might not be the same equipment.
Misa was going to say, if it's separate things, this could work. We could please everyone. Get whatever the Black Suns want. Give Hondo and the Rebels whatever they want.
Yeah, but it's some swanky new Imperial tech. Something to do with long range tracking, right?
Was that right? I can't remember now. It was some kind of long range.
The thing that you are after are very, very like specialist radar.
Specialist radar
components.
As Misa said before, we know nothing about this job, so maybe we should get a private moment because we should have lots of time, loads of cycles till this train. So we can go figure out, see what Hondo wants. He wants a meeting.
Yeah, we need his information. Okay, no. I'm thinking now.
We should need a lot of information. Let's not jump to
saying we won't do the job for him. No, I think it's best he believes we do the job for him. In all honesty, he won't send anyone. If he does send somebody, with us, we can deal
collateral
with
damage.
And then we can tell him that the equipment was damaged or lost. You know, we are on a moving train.
Explosion, boom, everything lost. He doesn't need to know how it goes down. Z, you still have the grenades, right?
Of course, and he like pulls. He doesn't even get the grenade out. He gets out the thermal detonator and like holds it in his hand for a second and just looks at it.
Oh, one of those.
Easy.
Please.
And then
if
put it away.
If that thing goes off by accident, you might have to say bye bye to the party and the crate thing.
Dark side point.
I mean, he's got it on him at all times. But yeah, he just like looks at it for a second.
Did
You
you
see
press
that,
the dark
like,
side point?
familiar,
You fucking
like,
did!
oh fuck. Oh.
I'm just joking.
Do you want me to press light side to get back
Nah,
to
I've balanced it.
Okay.
Yeah, you see his sensors flicker and he puts it back.
It shouldn't be too difficult. You know, he can see through deception quite well. It's something maybe we need Kalal to spin a believable tale. I'll be glad when all this is done.
We are just not going to know anything until we get to Hoff, so...
It's kind of miserable, you know, having to work for free.
Soon
Well-
we shall have that big empire... Not empire, that's a bad word. Big corporation you always wished for, and we shall have a base and all these things, and we can do what we want. It will come, Took. You just have to be patient.
Yeah, it just seems a long way away.
We will get there. We're a good crew. We're good friends.
Friends.
We're family.
Don't push it.
I'll push it in a week or so.
Yeah, I think that's as business stands then. Get as much information out of Hondo as we can. If he's got nothing, we'll do the scouting ourselves.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
You go your separate ways to your appropriate bunks or whatever it may be, and the third day continues to travel by without incident. The fourth day, unless anyone wants anything.
Yeah, and like the night of the third.
Okay, so that night, as you all rest, bit.
Do I sense anything from the holocron? Is anything started to happen with that at all, or is it still dead as a dodo?
You open your bag. You pull it out. It's still in that kind of like, seems kind of like dormant, perhaps. It's still blue,
Yeah.
it's still gold, it still looks fantastic, but it doesn't give off this hum that it used to. Something, yeah, something just ain't right with it.
Okay.
You kind of worry that you've broken it.
Okay. In that case, Bibbit will attempt to meditate on it without Kalal being here to fuck it up.
Sure, you're gonna try and like focus on it and in an attempt to
Yeah,
open it,
and
or
see
just
if-
connect
see-
with it?
Like, just connect with it just to get it back to what it was first of all before trying to access what it contains.
Okay.
Doesn't want to jump the gun. Bib's learned that.
Patience.
Yeah, patience is a virtue.
Yeah, sure. You could go ahead and roll a discipline check for me then, please.
Oh, fucking hell, I knew I should have specced into this.
You're learning what kind of checks I make you make as a Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, I have specced into it. I have ranked it up, but because Bib's willpower is kind of shit, it's still a shit roll.
Well, you can go ahead, sir. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah. You kind of place it on the ground in front of you. Take your meditative stance, and as you begin to, I don't know if this has always been a thing, but when you meditate, I imagine you kind of float a little bit with the force.
Yeah.
Float
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I look as cool as possible.
And you watch as and as we mentioned before, you kind of like disassemble your lightsaber and it
Yeah,
orbits
that's
around
part of
you
the
and
meditation. Yeah.
the crystal glows this white color as it kind of orbits around you. And then slowly your focus turns towards this object, this holocron. As you lift it up with the force and bring it towards yourself, it slowly glides into your palm. Close your eyes and you fully slip into that meditation. Kind of focus in on that hum of the ship as your senses begin to narrow in. And you've reached that location that you go to. This kind of force realm, this force dream that you are able to manifest within. And you have this holocron still sitting in your palm. And you begin to feel that hum once again. As you feel your connection to it open back up. What was previously completely shut off is now accessible again. And it just feels lifting. It's like a breath of fresh air fills the room as you feel this tinge of hope as you connect to this artifact.
Okay. Whilst I'm still in this meditation state, can I try to now open it and access
You
the
begin
potential
to
teachings that...
focus in further.
Yeah.
You let it float up again, and you watch as it reaches that similar state to where it did before, where certain parts of it begin to rotate and attempt to unlock. Get the idea that you need someone else to help you open it. It seems like this device has been designed for, and this kind of brings in a memory in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
A Jedi Knight and his Padawan.
Okay. That puts a dynamic on things. Now Bip has a choice. Okay.
And then you're back in the room.
Back in the room. Okay. First thing he's going to do is just look to focus on the holocron again and just make sure it still has that theme and song to it that is working.
Yeah, you feel that connection is once again present. You feel that kind of harmonious melody reaching out to you.
Okay. What have we got? One more day's travel?
You're going into the 4th and then the last day.
Okay. Okay, in that sense that he's made some progress, he will leave that. He'll put it back and then take that night's rest.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that's the end of the 3rd day. So at this point, you would have healed 3 wounds total, and you've definitely got no stress or strain. The 4th day, is there anything anyone wants to go? If not, it passes by without issue or occurrence.
Well, no one else want anything? I would, Bip during the 4th day, would like to gather Zakian and Carlisle.
All right.
Together.
I imagine you probably find Zakian in the cockpit. As you make your way round through the main space towards the med bay. Kalal, the door. Have you emerged from this room much throughout this journey?
Not really.
Not particularly. Is the door locked or is it open as they approach?
The door would be locked, yeah.
So you try to open the door and you see it flash red as you both know indicates that the door is in fact locked.
Did I walk around with Bip Bip?
If you want to be there.
One sec. If you're coming from crew quarters, you'd probably walk past cockpit
Yeah.
Yeah,
before the med
that's-
bay, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll be there.
So you would be with me. Okay.
So yeah, the two of you approach the door. It's locked.
I'll give it a knock. See if there's a response.
No response.
No
So
response.
Can I unlock it from the outside?
You can make a computer's check to see if you can override the lock from the outside. I'll say that the way that the sci-fi doors work is like whatever side it was locked from is the side it is supposed to be
Yeah.
unlocked from.
Yeah, but I'm a
Yeah.
fuck.
You're a good little computer's boy. And I'm gonna give you blue dice because you're familiar with the ship system as well at this point. And I'll make it just a medium check. Make a little computer's check for me.
Before I do it, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna unlock it from out here. I hope that's okay. Cover yourself up.
Yeah.
It's definitely open.
The door flies off its hinges. No. You quickly input like an override code that you've memorized for the ship, and yeah, the door opens. You look into the relatively dark, dimly lit interior of the med bay.
Does it smell?
It probably has
For a Chadra fan like myself.
It probably has a slight stink of man stench. You do see, Kalal, would you have like picked up the chair and like the things you'd thrown, or would they still be kind of littered on the floor?
I think it needs to be on the floor.
Yeah, so you see like a chair, like the kind of like doctor's wheelie chair is like scattered on the floor, and some kind of like odd different medical supplies and some documents just scattered across the ground.
Hello?
I'd be sat on the medical bed.
Are you
Is it-
okay? You okay?
I knew that the locking the door was more of a formality.
You've been in here for about 3 cycles. Have you had anything to eat?
I've taken rations, yes.
Okay, I'm going to assume this chair... And he's going to walk over to pick it up. Let's say it was turbulence. He picks it up. Do you spot any, like, broken glass or anything like that?
There might be like the odds, like something that there was like medical equipment that is like broken on the floor. Not necessarily glass, but like, you know, things that have come apart.
Zakin's just going to, like, sweep it with his foot, just, like, up against the wall or something into a pile.
Okay, Misa needed a little conversation meeting with both of you. Now, Misa leaning more to one side, because one of you seems like you need a lot more help than the other. One of you seems more troubled, you, Kalau, in particular. And then Bibib's going to pull out the holocron.
Whoa!
And then
What is that?
see, you have not seen this before, Zach, and this holds some teachings and valuable knowledge of the Jedi. Me and Kalau tried to get into it, and it sort of went flat. Now, Kalau, you can see Misa meditated on this, and it is back to how it was, humming its song, as you will. I don't know if you can feel that.
Did you come in here to ask me to look at artifacts again?
I need one of you to help me with it. Misa, no, we failed before. And Zakian, we tried to meditate before and it didn't go to plan. It didn't work. These things are not easy. But, yeah.
Make, as you're kind of like explaining this, make a vigilance check. And Kalal. Actually, no. You don't need to make any checks.
Just me?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, sir. No, you don't. You kind of, when you enter this space, the force seems very muddled. There's a confusion here. That harmonious element to it kind of gets distorted by this outside sound. You're not too sure what the source is, though, as you're explaining that.
Okay. I imagine Bip takes a moment. He's a bit confused. Misa tried to get the teachings of this, but then it sort of gave me a memory, a clue, hint, if you will. This is sort of one needs two people, a master and a Padawan. Now, Misa no master. But compared to you two, Misa master. Misa need the Padawan to help me. And whether you like it or not, you two are both force sensitive. Both of you two are helpful in this. Misa was going to see which of you wants to help. But now seeing the state you're in, Carlisle, Misa think you need the help with this. And then he sort of looks around the room. This anger you have found and mess you have caused in here.
I am perfectly fine the way that I am.
He said, don't think you are.
Are you going to come in here and lecture me about anger? We're eating rations. I had a dry piece of meat. Not a meal.
Miss, I understand your frustration, but sometimes you just need to look past that and be grateful that we have what we have. But if you, Misa, will respect your wish if you don't want any involvement with this. But Misa, I think the teachings will be very beneficial to you in your state of mind of how you feel about what you now know about yourself. But Zaki and Misa are not going to take anything away from you, because Misa know you're keen to learn. Misa just want to make sure the right decision is made to help me with this and learn what it holds.
I just wanna help. I think you should make the decision. If Carlisle wants to. Otherwise, I'll do it. Or I'll try. I'm in a
Okay.
much calmer mind now than when I tried before.
That is good. Kalau, you also have an opinion? Do you want to try again? From when we tried before?
The last time I touched that thing, it destroyed it.
But Misa brought it back, so it's still useful.
For now.
It's only come back for a reason. It wants to be learned from.
Maybe it doesn't want me.
Maybe. Who knows? Or maybe it wants you to learn a lesson before giving away his teachings. Who knows? No one knows. Misa don't even know what it holds, but Misa knows it holds something valuable. Its teachings will be beneficial to whoever it gives it to. And even if it's not you to open it, Misa can speak to you about what it holds. This will purely stay between us three. Because Misa realized Misa given away that both of you two are force sensitive to each other, so here we are.
What do you want me to say?
Zakian is willing to help, so are you also willing, and then we shall leave it up to chance, or you also want out, and Misa can speak to you later, maybe even show you later.
I don't know.
You seem very conflicted.
I have a lot on my mind.
Have you tried what I spoke to you about?
Every time I close my eyes, I see the same thing.
Which is?
That's personal.
Okay. 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 Right. Kala, would you be willing to try one more time?
Sure.
Okay. Zakian. Me,
Zakian's breath. He just goes,
Zakian, this is not over for you. Misa know how keen you are. Misa will work with you. I promise. You can also be a Padawan. But one, we need to get you a saber for that. And two,
he doesn't have a saber.
But Misa think you're in an okay headspace right now. Kalau needs some guidance. Misa not so worried about Yusa making a bad decision. Kalau, on the other hand, Misa think needs some help.
Zakian walks off.
Oh, he scolded me.
Good luck.
Okay. Force close the doors, lock them. Okay. Misa won't force this on you anymore if this doesn't work. All Misa ask is your full concentration on the holocron. Unlocking and learning. Focus, really focus on learning its knowledge and what it holds. Focus less on how to unlock it. Focus more on what you want to learn and how it's going to benefit us both. It's a need. This needs both of us.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll float it out in between us both.
See that familiar object, Kalal? The glass, the blue glass and gold metal floating in the air.
I'll encourage Kalal to sit the same pose as I am, which is that cross-legged, hands out open state. And Bivet's lightsaber will do its thing of splitting apart around him. And try to begin to meditate with Kalal, encouraging him to focus on the hum of the ship.
Okay.
And if possible, would like to use a light side to help the situation.
You can use a light side. Wait.
It is done.
All right. So, bit, you fall into that meditative state as you float ever so slightly off the ground, and you kind of try to guide Kalal into that same place as you. And you feel that connection from your side reaching out to this this object, this relic. And you feel it reaching back to you, that song beginning to weave together with your own harmony of the Force as you see those similar mechanisms begin to unlock and activate. However, I am still going to need Kalal to roll.
I was going to
Hello.
use a light side point as well.
Are you going to? You can as well if you like.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah,
If not,
I'm
it will be a hard check
way.
with one black dice because of yourself and one blue dice from Bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right, go ahead. Okay, so Kalal, you kind of begin to you can hear this song being woven between Bit and this artifact, and you kind of try to focus on that and find your own way to reach out and add to this cacophony of noise, but it just begins to sound distorted, and you can't shift the experience that you had on the ship just a few night cycles ago, but no, you push those thoughts out. You feel this calming presence of Bit reaching out and helping you through this, and you connect and weave into this this melody, this chorus, and you watch now as the holocron, the corners begin to separate and levitate off of the interior object, revealing a much more intricate design underneath, and a blue glow fills the room. As standing before you, you see a kind of worryingly familiar face of a Keldor, one of those aliens with metallic eyes and a metallic mouthpiece. He's wearing robes, but underneath you can see the kind of white sort of Clone Wars era armor. Sorry. And he begins to speak. I'm Jedi Master Plo Koon. Today, we will begin by reciting the Jedi Code. There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge. There is no passion. There is serenity. There is no chaos. There is harmony. There is no death. There is the Force. And he goes quiet for a moment. You see him do a small bow. And then he lights his lightsaber out ahead of him. And you see him fall into a stance. Very elegant one movement as he takes the position. Today, Form 5, Shien, also known as the Way of the Great Dragon, or the Perseverance Form. And he goes into, and he begins to sort of break down the basics of this lightsaber fighting style, Form 5. And Bit, you've watched this holocron before. You remember this lesson. You've done this. And it is a fairly lengthy process, maybe 10 or 15 minutes of him sort of breaking down and guiding the user of the holocron through this lesson of Form 5, which Bit you kind of vaguely know is the most used form throughout the Clone Wars era for Jedi, as it is a very defensive form that focuses on deflecting energy weapons. Complete the teachings. Then you can proceed to the next lesson. And the holocron shuts down.
We out of all of it and back in the room, or
Sorry?
are we like out of this meditation state?
So
or are
you
we-
were always in the room for that, by the way. That played in the room. That wasn't
Right,
like a
okay.
Force vision. That was the holocron playing its
Playing.
contents to you. You do get the essence that there is more to this relic, but it is not accessible right now.
Okay.
There's certainly more potential here, but for the moment, you have a reciting of the Jedi Code and a lightsaber form lesson.
Looks like you chose wrong.
What do you mean?
I already told you I'm not interested in joining your club.
So not asking you to join the Jedi, as you call this a club. Misa just asking you to stop you going down a path that you don't want and no one else wants. Just focus. Forget the lesson of the saber form. We can go through that. You can borrow mine. It's fine. But
Good, thanks.
Misa, there's more to this than what appears on the surface. You need to just focus on those first words he spoke. The Jedi Code. Yes, it's a little outdated, but to get you on the right path, you need to focus on those words he spoke. And take an evening. Try and meditate on those words, like I said. This may give you inspiration to get through to a vision, a dream, per se, that might help guide you.
All right. Thank you. I do feel better.
Good. Just, I know you want to ignore it. Misa did too as a youngling. But please don't. It will help you in the long run. Trust me.
Okay.
And Misa, now get out of your space. Thank you for taking the time to trust me. And then Bibba will open the doors and leave.
All right. Kalal, those doors shut, and you are again alone in your med-based space. Much darker now without the blue glow of the holocron and the hologram that was emitted from within. But yeah, you feel like it's a little conflicting for you, I suppose. You certainly just did that. That was you. You actually just helped reach out and access a Jedi relic. It's a little surreal. Bip, bip, the door closes, and that distortion that you had felt fades away. You felt it fade away. You felt it at least reduce. It was still there. Once Kalal had reached out to the holocron and helped you unlock it, that kind of interference had succumbed a little bit. It was still there, but much less.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
And then Bibba would just retreat to the crew quarters again.
Okay. Zankin, I imagine you just went back to the cockpit to crack on, or did you go to your little den? Either or.
Yeah, he went to the cockpit.
Cool. The rest of the fourth day goes by without an issue. And it is the final day of your journey. There are 10 cycles remaining. You will arrive on Hoth on this day. You are very, very close by now. You all know that. Is there anything that you would like to do before you arrive at Hoth? If not, you, Z, whilst piloting the ship, and, well, just keeping an eye on the navigation systems and making sure that things are all fine as the journey kind of winds itself down, you see the indication on the nav computer telling you that you are within 5 or 10 minutes of your destination. You'll be arriving very shortly. And to prepare for your departure from hyperspace.
I will alert the crew and start just getting all that ready and drop out of hyperspace when necessary.
Cool. All of you hear that as the ship, you hear the engines, the hum kind of power down as you feel the ship lurch back into real space. Those of you in the cockpit, you see ahead of you a small kind of completely white planet covered from its north pole to its south in ice and snow. It's hard to make out any kind of details on the surface as it is just ice and snow as far as the eye can see. You look around, there are no ships here to be seen. There is absolutely... This is barren Outer Rims territory now. You are in the arse end of the galaxy. But you know that somewhere on that planet's surface, there is a landing bay for the Imperial listening post and a train waiting to be robbed. as your comm goes off once more. That's where we'll leave it this evening.
Oh, heist time.
All
Soon.
right. Damn. Thank you so much, guys. That was really good this evening. That was fun. You caught me off guard, but it was good.
The murder.
Took a shot to the knee.
That's
Yeah,
he was an adventurer like you.
Oh
He
my
was
god,
good,
until he
like that.
died.
Until he took a bullet to the knee and snapped his neck.
Oh,
The funny thing is, the bullet killed him. The bullet killed him. He just died on the way down.
It's his non-existent
You heard
conscience.
the story about Achilles' knee.
Yeah. That guy's name was
He
actually
died.
Achilles. Fun fact.
Yeah, you guys didn't find out his name.
We didn't.
Do we need to?
How many XPs do we get?
Yeah, I was just about to do that, actually. I remembered this week. This week, I am going to award you all. I'm going to give... I think that's a 10 XP. It was like a 10 XP to me.
10, yay.
10 XP across the board. Does anyone feel like they deserve any bonus experience? Sam,
Well,
don't
if
say
we're
for
going
killing the
mine-
guy.
I was going to say if we're going Minecraft rules, he would have dropped some experience. And I was against it.
No, we're using Milestone, mate. We're using Milestone.
Zack him for not kicking off when he didn't get picked.
No.
Some Kalal's in a state right now. We need help. For unlocking the holocron.
I'll give you a 5 for that. I think you and Kalal deserve a 5 for getting into that after your efforts.
I disagree, but
Meow.
If you lost the light, it would have been yours.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Well, if there's
Zack him
nothing
for
else.
unlocking the door. Otherwise, that never would have happened.
Thank you very much for watching, this evening. Everyone in the chat.
For stealing them in the canteen.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone in the chat.
He shat on you not once but twice.
I'm gonna give myself 2 XP for that.
You know what? Woody came up with that idea as well. Oh, sorry, Woody. Thank you so much for hanging out, though, guys. Animea, Woody, thanks for being in the chat as always. Pricky Pete, I see you. Thank you so much. Anyone else as well for just engaging. The chat has been absolutely lively this evening. I fucking love that. If you haven't already, please follow the channel. It makes it all worth it. Just seeing that little notification pop up, and it is the easiest and it's free. It's the best way to support us. We will be back next Monday it's still 7 next Monday, right? It's not changed yet.
Well, it's always going to be 7 for us.
GMT,
And
though.
it
It'll still be GMT
yeah,
next
it'll
week.
be BST.
It's not BST just yet. Oh, well, it will
Yeah,
be.
it is.
No.
Yeah, we changed Sunday.
Oh, it's Sunday.
Overnight
It'll be
Sunday.
7 p.m. BST, British summertime, next weekend for anyone who is watching from overseas. So bear that in mind. But until then, stay safe, and may the force be with you. Bye-bye.